Weekly Outdoor Plus is a new and exciting outdoor show right here on Fox 55 WFXS. Presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point. Starring new owner Gary Hintz. His youngest son, the show pro, Jace Hintz. And the show producer, creator, and host, his oldest son, Seth Hintz. So now sit back and relax and get ready to learn about archery and the world of the outdoors.
I'm out here at Black Hawk Archers in Polonia. I'm going to shoot my Mission 400 crossbow at 60 yards. 3 arrows, and we'll see what kind of group I can get. So first I'm going to cock it, and I'll shoot my 3 arrows, and then we'll go down there and see what kind of group I got. This is a Mission 400 made by Matthews. It's got the Hawk scope. It's shooting 398 feet per second. It's really hard to hold steady at 60 yards. It took me forever. Let's go see. Okay, I shot my Mission 400 at 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. And I got the Pro package on there where I can dial the scope right to the speed of the arrow. I shot 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, and they're all pretty much right on. I am hitting just a little bit left, but we got a strong wind from the left to right. So I'm gonna not worry about my right and left today, but the up and down is like perfect. Look at this group at 60 yards, that's like unbelievable. I can pull them all out one hand. So we were shooting a dagger earlier too, and it wasn't the Pro package, it just had 20, 30, 40, 50 lines, and they pretty much hit right on too. The group might have been just a little bit bigger, but it is windy and it's kind of hard to hold steady today, so I'm impressed with this. This is a good deal. I don't think I'd ever shoot a deer at 60, but sure is fun shooting a target at 60.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Black Hawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Black Hawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
Optimizer by HHA Sports. The Optimizer Lite Ultra, voted #1 single pin adjustable sight for 10 years running. The Optimizer Speed Dial for crossbows, to the yard accuracy with a single reticle. And the Optimizer Horizon, offering unmatched accuracy from both short and long range firearms. All Optimizer sight systems utilize range dial shoot technology. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
This mineral is a game changer. I've put the odds in my favor. It's time to close the deal. I wouldn't change a thing. Finally, the buck of a lifetime. Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
Inside you, there's an outside you. A you that finds your dinner by finding your dinner's dinner. A you that isn't afraid to pick a fight with something that has a sword for a nose. This is for that you.
Hi, TJ Klein from Frank's Hardware. From spring to fall, we have it all. From keeping everything green to working in the garden, Frank's Hardware has everything you need, including seed, to keep your garden looking right. And don't forget about your deck. Now is a great time to do maintenance on your deck and outside, so you can enjoy the rest of your summer.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Hintz here with you. I'm going to go over, basically it's that time of year where a lot of people are going to be shooting outdoor 3Ds, and you might have already shot some, and I'm just going to basically go over what you should have to be prepared for any kind of weather, any kind of situations you're going to come across in the outdoor 3D ranges, and how to get the best shots, you know, the most comfortable shots that you can possibly get in every setting. The biggest thing in my opinion is going to be an umbrella, just a nice little golf umbrella, really small little umbrella that you can have hanging in your quiver. Nothing too heavy obviously, and you don't need a monster one because it's hard to carry then. The big key with those are for mostly sun actually, so that you can have someone hold it over your string if it's glaring, over your sight if it's glaring, over your level if it's glaring, or again wind, they can block your bow arm from the wind if you got a strong side wind so that it doesn't help you move as much. Another thing that's going to be very big if you're shooting in like long tournaments, if it's a shotgun start, so everyone's starting at the same time, or you know it's going to be, you know, the big broadhead shooting Acetas coming up here. If you're going to be shooting that, there's a lot of people on the range. Really nice to have a folding chair. A lot of people have like the nice little tiny ones for in your blinds. Those are really nice, convenient, where you can sit down. They have arrow tube strapped to them. A lot more convenient than standing there leaning against a tree all day and holding your bow and everything. Another great thing for outdoors is if you have a bow pod for your bow, so you're not sitting there holding on your bow the whole time. Sometimes there's not always hangers out there for you, so very convenient to give your muscles a rest and just relax and, you know, take your mind off of it. Another great thing that a lot of people end up changing when they shoot outdoors especially is your shoes. Make sure you have, like we always start every single time, every year we've been starting with the nice, solid, steady base. Don't be walking out there in flip-flops because, again, you know, there's going to be sticks and stuff. You're going to get dirty feet, which bother a lot of people. They're going to be different hills and stuff. I recommend something that's going to still be flat but have a harder toe on them, because a lot of the places you're shooting is going to have a lot of different ground where it's going to be different heights and everything, or it might just be dirt. You might be shooting on the woods floor. The best thing with that is if you have something that has a sturdy toe on it, you can kick it so you get a nice flat feet. Because again, you don't want to be standing on a branch, you don't want to be, you know, standing on even ground. You know, if you're shooting a big tournament, most of the people are already going to have their feet spots for you because they're going to be doing that. But on a lot of local ones, nobody does it, and it's something that'll help you hold a lot steadier because you won't be swaying back and forth, especially when it's windy out. Those little tiny things are going to help you out big time. Make sure you have a decent set of binoculars, because pretty much everywhere uses binoculars now. Definitely will help you out in the long run. And then big thing too, when you're shooting at targets and aiming. Aiming's really different when you're shooting outdoors, because indoors you have pretty much even lighting and everything. Outdoors it's really nice because you can go off of different glares on the target, you can go off of different shadows. You do use your binoculars obviously, but don't just look at it, say there's the 12 ring, put them down and shoot. Look at them once, take it down, say okay, here's the shadow, I got to go an inch off of it, and then okay, if I come up from the branch that's directly behind it, I could come straight down from that to get my left and right's perfect. You know, there's a lot of different techniques. Make sure you look at the whole target. Don't just look at the 12 ring or the 10 ring or whatever you're shooting at. So one thing a lot of people don't think about on the 3D course especially is pulling your arrows out. That's a really big key in all archery, but in 3D it gets a lot harder, especially when you have different animals that are outside where they're going to get rained, they're going to get weathered a little bit. Sometimes your arrows are going to be extremely hard to pull out of them. You exert a lot of strength and a lot of your actual stamina by trying to pull your arrows out if you can't, and it's a lot harder. There's two things that really you can do, in my opinion, that are extremely easy. One is there's a lot of different loops for your arrow. One, I use a scorpion venom. It's basically just going to be some sort of like nail polish type looking thing, or just a squeeze bottle like the glue bottles, and you're just going to put it on the tip of your arrow. You don't have to put a lot on there, and only put it on the tip, because when you shoot, obviously it'll spread onto the arrow going into the target. That right there alone is going to help you pull them out like butter. It's going to be so much more simple. Another thing is having some sort of grip to pull them out with. There's a lot of different styles. There's the tube ones, there's the different circular ones that have different size shaft even that you can grab with them. A lot of people just even use like the jar openers that you have at home. Those are another simple thing to use, but it's just something to get a better grip on it. And then a lot of people ruin their arrows when pulling them out of the target by grabbing them too far back and bending them, or again by when you pulling them down because you're using way too much strength and too much force. So make sure when you grab them you have your hand flush against the target, no one's behind you, because you're going to have to use more force. And again, arrow lube will help you pull it out, or having some sort of grip that you can do. And then don't try to pull straight out if it's not working. Twist it a little bit and pull straight back, and it'll come out a lot easier. So those two things is something I highly recommend, having at least one of them in your quiver. I at all times have an arrow puller in my quiver, and 90% of the time have scorpion venom just in case. And then you just put it a little bit on the tip. Really simple to pull out. It'll get on your arrow a little bit. Just, obviously don't be grabbing it and stuff in between your shooting, because your hands are going to get slippery. But great two accessories to have. Definitely recommend putting them in your quiver as well. Go over those little tiny things. Make sure you're prepared. Bug spray is also one thing that a lot of people love, because obviously it stinks having bugs all over you, biting you and everything. Don't put it on your hands, because you'll wear the color right off your bow. You'll take the camo right off of the handle, so make sure you don't get it on your hands either. But definitely make sure you have a quiver ready to go with everything you need, and also chair if possible. And then again, when you're aiming at your target, look at different things. Don't just look at the target. Everything's surrounded with different things. You can look at trees behind it, branches coming out, shadows on the target. Check everything out, know your full surroundings, be prepared, be ready, shoot your best, all right? Hopefully you guys have a lot of luck out there. Maybe I'll see you out there. Otherwise, as always, have a good week.
Hi, I'm Jim Gruba, born and raised right here in Portage County. I have had the privilege to serve the citizens of this community for 34 years. This county has invested an enormous amount of time and money in me during my career. Now is the time for me to put that investment to work as your next sheriff. Once elected as sheriff, I will encourage our officers to take opportunities to know their community. We should know our people by name, and they should know our officers. My passion for being a community servant to Portage County has led me to this moment, asking you to help me become your next sheriff. I'm excited for this fall. In September, we start bow hunting. In October, we have the opportunity to take our children out for the youth hunt. Then in November, the traditional gun season arrives. But the most important date to remember is August 12th. That's when you go out and vote Jim Gruba for Portage County Sheriff. Thank you.
All right, now it's time for one of our more exciting segments here on Weekly Outdoor Plus. It's where we get to keep our fans connected with the show. Don't forget, you can send in your pictures to weeklyoutdoorplus@live.com, or link them up to us on Facebook to get in this segment of our show. Each week, as Sopa Cellular makes it extremely easy for you to capture these photos and then send and share them around effortlessly. Our first picture this week comes from a happy customer with her new bow at Bucks and Bulls Archery. And next we have a pair of wild boar skulls that were harvested in Florida. And here's one of a beautiful northern Wisconsin scenic view from a cabin. Next we have Dan with this giant fish that he pulled out of the Wisconsin River. And here's an awesome detailed shot of some baby geese and their mother. This next one comes from Johnny, who's got this guy running around his property, and he's still growing. Next we have Morgan with this nice bluegill. And our last picture this week is of Drake, who pulled in this big crappie while fishing with his family. So stop on down to Sopa Cellular today and check out all their great deals. And stay tuned for more weekly Outdoor Plus action.
Hi, my name is Dave from Dave's Body Shop, 825 Park Street. Gary Hintz is a friend of mine, and I'd like to help him out, donate 2 bicycles, 2 little bikes, 2 bigger bikes, and Gary's going to fill you in how you can get them free of charge.
Yeah, we're going to have a kids program at the shop. Dave's donated the bikes. I'm going to donate the archery time. And we're going to just have a program where they build up points and they have a chance to win a bike.
Stop in at Dave's Body Shops or Bucks and Bulls to see how you can win these bikes free.
Coming up August 2nd and 3rd at Blackhawk Archers in Polonia is the Aim for the Cure archery shoot supporting cancer research. Last year was a blast. Here's a look back at the shoot last year with Gary, Laura, and Tiffany.
Morning, Gary.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. Well, we're out here at Blackhawk Archers, just outside of Polonia on Highway Z, a little bit east of Stevens Point, and we're at the Richard Lepak Memorial, fundraiser for cancer research.
Aim for a Cure.
Aim for the Cure tournament,
Archery
second
shoot.
annual. Can you tell us a little bit about it? What you got going here?
The Aim for the Cure shoot is a fun shoot, hopefully family oriented, where we can have moms, dads, and kids all come out and enjoy the grounds that we have, the beautiful weather we have, and shoot at 24 different outdoor targets. We have a practice range that's open for people to sight in their bows and just get ready to shoot, and then they can travel out on the course. After they're done, we have plenty of food and snacks here. We also have a raffle going on. They can enter the raffle. They don't need to be present to win. Just give us your name, address, and we will send the gifts to you after you win them.
I know I'm getting some raffle tickets.
Me too. We got some pretty nice prizes this year for people to enjoy. So lots of food. Roast beef from Arby's. This always tasty. Very nice. So, we have Tiffany here from Marshfield Clinic, and the funds that are raised from our shoot are actually donated to the Marshfield Clinic Research Foundation. That's why we call it the Aim for Cure. Hopefully that the funds that we generate help cure cancer. So Tiffany can speak on Marshfield Clinic.
Absolutely, yeah. Marshfield Clinic is incredibly grateful to Aim for a Cure and to volunteers like Laura who, can take a tragedy and something that means so much to so many and turn it into something wonderful. So, we appreciate, the Archery Club. We appreciate the sponsors that help support this, and it's a wonderful way to honor a friend and to give back. Cancer touches everybody. Loved ones, friends, everyone, and it's so great. We can't continue that fight unless we have the support of the community and of people like you guys. So thank you for that.
This is a Dick Lepak memorial shoot. He was like one of the founders of our club here. And how many years ago was that? Do you have any idea?
I believe the land for the club was purchased in 1973 or 76, and the club was built by this core group of people, which Dick was a member. They built the grounds and the building by volunteer hours from all of the members.
He was a home builder, Dick was, so he had a lot to do with this. I mean, he pretty much built the whole thing. He just had a lot of help building it.
A way to remember Dick and to keep the heritage of our club alive was to do this shoot. Dick did have a battle with cancer, and he's no longer with us, so we want to continue to remember people like Dick who contribute their lives to create places for families to enjoy and have a lot of fun and do the things they love to do, like shooting archery.
Yeah, and those of you who haven't been out here yet, it's worth the trip. If you're into archery at all, there's 50-yard practice bunkers, 24 targets in the woods, a course, indoor 40-yard shoot. They got bathrooms and a little bar set up and food, and it's a nice place. In the wintertime, we shoot leagues out here pretty much every night. In the summer, you can come out and shoot any day, all day. It's great.
Even if you don't shoot archery, it's really nice to come out and talk with the people. I mean, we have families that come out and like their spouses will go shoot or their kids will go shoot, but the rest of the family sticks around and sits at the bar and just chit-chats or sits outside here under the pavilion and enjoys the nice weather that we have. So anybody is welcome. Hopefully we all enjoy it as much. Gary and I enjoyed a lot, so we hope everybody else does too.
We're addicted to archery.
We are.
I'd like to thank Laura and Tiffany for doing all this for us and getting our club bigger and archery bigger and to support cancer research. And thanks a lot.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there.
Real Deal Mineral. The results speak for themselves.
Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Hi, TJ Klein from Frank's Hardware. From spring to fall, we have it all. From keeping everything green to working in the garden, Frank's Hardware has everything you need, including seed, to keep your garden looking right. And don't forget about your deck. Now is a great time to do maintenance on your deck and outside, so you can enjoy the rest of your summer.
Inside you, there's an outside you. A you that takes the road less traveled than the road less traveled, and finds the comforts of home extremely uncomfortable. This is for that you.
Optimizer by HHA Sports. The Optimizer Lite Ultra, voted #1 single pin adjustable sight for 10 years running. The Optimizer Speed Dial for crossbows, to the yard accuracy with a single reticle. And the Optimizer Horizon, offering unmatched accuracy from both short and long range firearms. All Optimizer sight systems utilize range dial shoot technology. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
And now we're going to take a quick minute to get an update on Mike and Jordan's clover food plot that they planted a few weeks ago.
So it's been a few weeks since we seeded our food plot. We're just out here, we're going to do some touching up. One problem you guys got to look for while you're seeding is the wind, because especially with clover seed, the wind's going to have an effect with them because they're so small. So with us, like our whole front part of our food plot looks really, really good. And then kind of towards the end, it kind of tapers off where we have just some patches that we missed with the seed because the wind picked up. We actually had a storm rolling in just a few hours after we put the seed in. So we're hoping that we can cover up those spots, and in a few weeks we'll have a nice clover plot up.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Weekly Outdoor Plus presented by Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Don't forget to check us out online at facebook.com/weeklyoutdoorplus. See you next week.
Hi, I'm Jim Gruba, born and raised right here in Portage County. I have had the privilege to serve the citizens of this community for 34 years. This county has invested an enormous amount of time and money in me during my career. Now is the time for me to put that investment to work as your next sheriff.
Once elected as sheriff, I will encourage our officers to take opportunities to know their community. We should know our people by name, and they should know our officers.
My passion for being a community servant to Portage County has led me to this moment, asking you to help me become your next sheriff.
I'm excited for this fall. In September, we start bow hunting. In October, we have the opportunity to take our children out for the youth hunt. Then in November, the traditional gun season arrives. But the most important date to remember is August 12th. That's when you go out and vote Jim Gruba for Portage County Sheriff. Thank you.
Looking for a fun, state-of-the-art facility to shoot your bow this winter? Blackhawk Archers in Polonia, Wisconsin wants you to join their club. Located just 15 minutes east of Stevens Point on County Road Z, Blackhawk Archers has a heated indoor range for both 3D and spot target shooters. Leagues will be forming soon, and they also will have open shoots for the public this winter. Check out blackhawkarchers.net to stay up to date and for more information. Or stop into Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point for membership forms. We'll see you there. Bucks and Bulls Archery in Stevens Point is now under new ownership and has a new location. Stop down to 3272 Church Street and meet the new owner, Gary Hintz. His fully stocked pro shop carries Matthews, Hoyt, and many more products to serve all your needs. They also do all repairs for any style and full customizations. Leagues and lessons will begin soon, so stop in today and check out what's new, because we're confident that we can get you from in here to out there. Bucks and Bulls Archery, Stevens Point, Wisconsin.